I can't believe I've done so much work in my life, plus being someone that was in full-time teaching. I taught the second year etching. 2.5 days they came to me, and 2.5 days they went to Derek Ashbate to do screen printing. Then we swapped, and by the end, that was their introduction to both those forms of printmaking. So I felt I'd been opening windows and doors for other people just a bit long enough. So I came out 5 years before my statutory retiral age to concentrate on my printmaking, which I had taught myself printmaking. Out of books and just sort of experimenting myself, I have had people say, oh, I saw your work, as in the hospital. But I always remember sitting in Peacock and she said, there's the woman that helped me through my birthing pangs. And I said, what do you mean? I wasn't there. But it was, she saw my work and it calmed her down going into the ward to have her child. And then a friend's daughter said the same thing. She said, Mum, I was being wheeled through and I was so agitated. Then I saw Francis's work and it came. I mean, that's two young women going to the maternity ward to have their children tell me just incidentally told me that. And as I say, there was one at one of the desks where you checked in. It was the Heinisch Rocks one was used to hang above that for a long time. I don't know how it is done. Now, I haven't been myself there recently. And well, I had Heinisch Rocks is based on an original drawing. Yeah. A drawing that I did, and it was the very early days of me doing screen printing. I did that one with Arthur Watson. Mm-hmm. Arthur was one of my students and a founding member of Peacock, which is, I don't know what it's called now, Peacock Visual Arts, but it was Peacock Printmakers in those days, with very much emphasis on printmaking. And he had shown me how my work could develop into screen print. And he could see how much I had put into the line drawing, which I can't remember, but at that time I was quite often using a swan's feather pen. I use quill pens a lot. I picked them up, and I used them. And so I'm pretty sure that was an ink drawing that we based that on. And he could see, a load of drawing in it. So we use the line a lot. The line is in that, which in some of my later prints that I've done, say in some of the last few years, based on some of my sky imagery, which is much later in my life, it is. I don't rely on the graphic line so much. Yes. But it was an extraordinary. It still is this rock set up where there is a viewpoint between the rocks that look out onto the sea, and you're actually looking over towards the Dutchman's Cap, and some of these distant islands are there on the horizon. And I go right down to the pebbles and to the lichen on the rocks, even that within the same image, which is it was certainly what I did then. I mean, everything from the pebbles on the shore, the tiny pebbles that are in front of me, and some of the bits of driftwood, to the lichen on some of the rocks that are not covered by the sea, to the very distant islands on the horizon, all in the one image. Findlater Castle?
Yes.
You should know that one.
I do remember that.
2 plate.
It was 2 plates.
Yes. I'm really fond of that one. It's a very dramatic site, that. Well, at least, I don't know, I haven't been up for years. Things could be different. But to imagine that people lived there, and that it's an extraordinary, powerful kind of place when I saw it first. I've been there, well, I've certainly been there twice now, but the time that I went, and always the first time visit to places makes the most profound impression on me, and I don't feel my imagery or my way of seeing has been static over the years.
No, not at all. No. It's
gone on changing and maybe developing with what I want to say. Not developing necessarily for the better or worse or whatever, but I just feel I have reacted differently over what, decades?
Yes, absolutely.
Decades,
Yeah.
yeah.